everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Vaishnavi Reddy and I'm 12 years old and I'm a brain enthusiast and intermediate level coder. So I'm intending to make the videos of brain, that is neurobiology, because it is very useful in life to deal with some disorders and to know every course of actions we do. So yeah, I gathered the total information from a website known as Coursera. So yeah, let me show you the content of the videos I am going to make in this all brain videos. So yeah, this is the content. This is the total content of the videos I am going to make. That is central anatomy, neurons, nervous systems, perception, vision, parts of brain, and functions of brain. And there are so many subtopics under this. For example, when I am teaching about central anatomy, I'll tell parts of brain, and when I am teaching about neurons, we'll talk about neurotransmitters and so on. And when we are talking about nervous system, we'll talk about different nervous systems, parts, and so on. So there are so many subtopics divided in this. So yeah, let's start the first part of neurobiology. So let's know what we are going to learn today. Today's content is the introduction and about a disorder called Locked-in syndrome and the 4 functions of brain and about central anatomy. Let's start. In the introduction, we will know about an author who was paralyzed by a disorder called Locked-in syndrome. So he likes to write many books, and the last book he wrote was Diving Bell and Butterfly Bobby. It is one book. It is called by these 2 names. So he wrote this book while having that disorder. Actually, the people in that disorder, the affected victims, cannot move their legs, hands, any parts of their body. They cannot eat, they cannot breathe, they need the help of the respirator. Even though in that situation, he wrote a book, and let's know how he wrote it. Some of the affected patients by this syndrome can move their eyelids, and that is only vertically, not horizontally. Yes, they can move vertically, like a blink. So it took him 2 lakh blinks to complete the whole book. He wrote by the help of a chart. He took the help of the nurse. Nurse was writing as he was showing her by the eye movements in that chart from A to Z, and 1 to 3 will be there. They will be having different charts for that kind of people. So now let us know what is the Locked-in syndrome in a little bit of detailed note. So this Locked-in syndrome is caused by brain injuries or traumatic brain injuries or brain stroke and the absence of myelin. We'll know what is myelin in the next videos. So as I told you, this is really a dangerous disorder. The people or the affected victims by this syndrome are going to experience a hell. It is like a life with death. There will be no movements. That is what I was going to tell. Now let us know about the 4 functions of our brain. Who are having that Locked-in syndrome, who are affected by that, cannot have these 4 functions, because these are the functions of the brain, main functions of the brain. Let us know. So the brain is totally responsible for these 4 functions, and they are voluntary movements and perception and homeostasis, and the last one, but it is also very important, and that is abstract functions. Okay, let us know about them in detailed one. So voluntary movements, these are like exterior actions. All are we can see if we do a voluntary movement, like running, swimming, walking, sitting, and so on, like our daily activities. So we use this laryngeal muscles, diaphragm, upper airway, tongue to do those actions. So they are driven behind the brain. The behind part of the brain takes the responsibility of these actions. Okay. Now let us know about the perception. This is the appreciation of sensation, that they are like feelings, okay? Our feelings, they might be interior or exterior. If the feelings are perceived, like if we touch a hot object, we feel hot. That is because of this movements. This movement helps us to feel it. And if the temperature is cold, we can feel it like that. And some are inside, which are not perceived, but they comes under the perception movements, like blood pressure. If the blood pressure increases, until we go and check up, we don't know the situation of our interior movements, interior feelings, okay? Let us know about the homeostasis. This is also a very important function because it keeps up our psychological limits. It keeps our body movements in a limit. Not only movements, temperature, it may be a temperature or a pressure, blood pressure or anything. It keeps in the movement. If this function does not work well, then we might lose. We cross the limits, and then we get fever. The fever is a very normal thing. The body temperature is exactly 37. So if it increases, it is because of the small problem in homeostasis. It is just a very, very tiny problem. But if there are major problems, it may cause many disabilities, okay? Now let's know about these abstract functions. These movements you will understand very easily, because these are like our daily activities, like our expressing movements, expressing emotions, and our feelings and memory, learning, thinking, motivation, and etc. You can understand this. This is totally a normal person can do this. So now let us go through central anatomy. So central anatomy is nothing. We are going to know where the brain is located and what are the parts of the brain. So let me show you this video how the brain exactly looks. This will be located in this back side. You cannot see it properly, I understand. Here. Okay, next let us go to the other slide. This is also a video. Let me explain the parts now. This blue color part is called as cerebrum. It is also called as forebrain. And this red color part was cerebellum, and this is brainstem. Let me show you this again. This is cerebrum or forebrain, and this red color part is cerebellum, and this is brainstem, okay? So let me explain you this properly with the labeling. This is cerebrum or forebrain, okay? Cerebrum or forebrain. This part also, sorry. And this is cerebellum. So this is the side view of the brain. This picture of this brain is the side view, and this middle part is called as brainstem. It is the same color. This is called as brainstem. So this part, blue color part, it is also known as forebrain, okay? So yeah, now see, in this forebrain and again in this cerebellum and the brainstem, parts are divided, but now we don't need to know about that. We'll know in later on videos. Now let's just remember the cerebrum, cerebellum and brainstem, okay? This is the half cut of brain picture, and this is the cerebrum, also called as forebrain, and this is brain stem, and from here spinal cord will be connected, okay, from here, from the down of the brain stem, and this is cerebellum. Actually this is very small part of the brain, but it is very important than both this parts, I think. So let's know about the central anatomy now. I mean, what we saw was where the brain is located and what are the parts. Now let us know what that 4 functions are controlled by which parts of the brain. So this voluntary movements, which I told you, the exterior actions, are controlled by brain stem. I mean the part which is backside, like from where the spinal cord is connected, that part is brain stem, and voluntary movements are controlled by this brain stem. And perception is controlled by forebrain. These are feelings, appreciation of sensation. This is controlled by forebrain, I mean cerebrum, okay. And homeostasis is controlled by both forebrain and spinal cord. And the abstract functions are controlled by forebrain, which is cerebrum, okay. I hope you understood this very well. So yeah, that's it for today. We have completed a small and basic topic, central anatomy. Actually it is also very important, and in the next part we are going to talk about neurons. This is going to take several parts, not just one part, and this is going to be a really interesting and hard and important topic. So if you like this part, then like this video and subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends, to share the knowledge. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.